Hello, everyone. I'd like to take a minute and reflect on my thoughts on becoming a caricature artist. I am what you would call a beginning caricature artist or emerging caricature artist. My journey began, I would say about a year ago. 2 years ago. I seriously started thinking about becoming a caricature artist. I moved to an area where there is a theme park, kind of like your Great America. And I was new to the area and I was looking for jobs. But preferably, I wanted a job using my talent. I love to draw, and I just felt like I wasn't quite fit out to do anything else. I felt I was at my best when I was drawing. So I took it upon myself to send out an application to, I don't know if it's pronounced Cayman or Common, companies to become a caricature artist at this local theme park. I never went through with it. Part of me didn't want to deal with driving a certain distance, and wasn't quite sure I was ready for it yet. But let's go back in the beginning. I want to say about maybe 10 or 11 years ago, someone advised me that I should become a caricature artist. And I'll be honest with you, and I'll say that I really didn't know what caricature was. I started looking into it. Somebody at work told me, you know what, you should draw caricatures. And the reason why they told me this is because during my downtime at work, I would get a pen and paper, and during my lunch break, I would just sit down and I would start drawing my coworkers. And when they would see the drawings, they would be delighted and they would laugh. And most of the time, I did it to get back at them because some practical joke they played on me in the past, or I just wanted to get even with them about something. So I drew a cartoon form of them just to poke fun at them. But it turns out that they actually liked them. And one of the guys suggested that I should be a caricature artist. And I looked at him and I said, well, what's a caricature artist? And then he went into describing what a caricature artist was, and kind of ashamed being an artist, I didn't know what that was at the point. I never really thought much about it after that. So I pursued other venues in my artistic abilities. I went into painting, drawing portraits, which I still do. I always like to draw the face. So that was always in me. I was drawing faces when I was as a youth, and I did watercolors and without any training, but I was just into drawing faces. And then I started getting into more of my creative side and finding my style with painting. And when I would paint figures with faces on them, people would tell me, well, you know what, your paintings are whimsical, but your people kind of look like almost like in a cartoon fashion. They weren't knocking my paintings. They were just saying that, oh, it looks kind of cartoonish. And then it never dawned on me until recently. Wait a minute. If I naturally draw people in a cartoon form, maybe I should concentrate my energies towards something else. And I said to myself, you know what? Maybe caricatures are the way to go for me. Besides the fact of getting the butterflies out of my stomach and drawing people live, and I am a shy and withdrawn person, so that's kind of a challenge for me. So about a year ago, I decided, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. And not until as of May, I actually did it. I had my first gig. It was a Sweet 16 birthday party. And I didn't go into it flat out. I did some practice. I drew at least 2 weeks in advance. I was drawing characters from photos I saw on the internet or photos that I had within my grasp. And it was quite exciting to be at that birthday party doing this. And don't get me wrong, I was nervous. I was really nervous, and I was hoping that I would get the jitters out of the way real soon, because I'm drawing these people and I'm getting paid for it. Bless the lady's soul who gave me my first chance of doing this. I forget her name, but she even tipped me. She went over the price that I even quoted for her. The party was a mild success, I would say. Some people were satisfied. Then there was some I could tell the look in the eyes that they really weren't satisfied. But in my opinion, if you already have a drawing ability and you like drawing faces, why not do caricatures? Especially if you can do them in a hilarious and somewhat whimsical way. And I tell you, after that first gig, I was hooked. I wanted to do more. And I had, that same week that I had my first gig, I had 2 more gigs lined up. But one was just have people sketched. She didn't want any caricatures. She wanted people sketched. And I could do this within 6 or 7 minutes. So I thought, okay, yeah, I can do this. That fell through. She called me and she said that her granddaughter didn't want to have the party because there wasn't enough people coming to the party. And she'd get back in touch with me. She never did, which is another topic. And I had another one that wanted me to do a wedding in October. She contacted me. I told her, gave her the quote. And she asked me how fast can I draw 100 people. Well, I thought that's impossible. I'm a beginner at this, and maybe I can't do 100 people. But then she sent me another message saying that she wanted me to meet with her and her husband, or no, her husband, with her fiance. That never happened either. So I don't know what went on with that, but it was not a good feeling to get your first gig and then all of a sudden have 2 lined up, only not to have them happen at all. So, of course, I got discouraged. I stopped practicing. I kind of gave it up a little bit, I still had it in the back of my mind that I wanted to do it. And just recently, as of 2 days ago, I did a arts festival, and I prepared 3 weeks in advance. When I say that I prepared, I started doing more drawings. And this, the worst thing I could have ever done is stop practicing when those other 2 gigs fell through, because you never want to stop practicing. You want to continue with it. If you even think this is something that you want to pursue as a possibility of, of income or side income or passion, just keep with it. And that's my lesson in this, is just keep drawing, if you're into caricatures, keep practicing. Don't have a gap. I did my first gig in May, and then I did the arts festival, like I said, 2 to 3 days ago. But I did like the fact that I was trying to cram again for 3 weeks prior to this festival. I should have stopped practicing, and I won't do that again. It'll probably be a while before I have another gig. It'll probably, I'm sure it'll be a while before I get to another arts festival. But I'm going to continue to practice. I'm going to draw caricatures every day. You can only get better. Practice makes perfect. And when I did the gig 2 days ago, when I did the arts festival 2 days ago, my family members noticed that I had improved from the last time I did some drawings, some live caricature drawings. And this one was a better success. I must say, I was happy with the majority of the drawings I put out. I was happy with, but there were some I was like, I'm really not really comfortable with that. I didn't really like it. Sometimes the model was fidgeting or moving around. Even after I told them, look a certain way, look in this direction, and they will move. Those are drawings that came out kind of iffy. Then I had some that just sat right there with a big smile on their face, and they let me do what I needed to do, and the drawing came out perfect. So I made a little over what I did at the birthday party at the festival, in terms of bringing in some money, but I got a lot of money within 2 hours for a private gig. So it's kind of a little pros and cons in that, but I guess it's what you take from it. I get more of a satisfaction of seeing people smile than the money aspect of it. But anyway, that's my adventure. I hope that anybody else who's thinking about pursuing this, do it and in practice. Thanks, YouTube. I'm out.